What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. I am back to share our budget for the month of October 2023. I want to dive right in and share with you guys how we plan on bringing in income and what we plan to do with it. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're an OG, welcome back. Thank you guys for always liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are the bomb.com. Okay, now let's talk about the month of October, y'all. I'm inside my 2023 budget planner, and we anticipate a total income of $14,213. Yes, honey, we need every penny. First up is my husband's W-2 income. We are a family of 3, 2 adults, 1 preteen. So he's going to bring in about $6,600 this month. Well, next month. Our rental property, we anticipate making about $2,313. I have some virtual assistant clients. I plan on making about $1,800 from those. I don't include my budget RochelleAdamson.com website income until it actually happens, because I have income from TikTok, Facebook/Instagram, and they pay you when they're ready, okay? So we're not even going to count it until it hits the account. And then my other source of income is my part-time Sister Locks work. I plan on hitting it hard and bringing in at least $3,500 this month. So that is our income sources. We're going to save $20. I'm pretty sure it's going to be more, y'all, but I honestly am not focused on savings. We are focused on debt payoff. This is where we are. This is where we are right here. So here we go. Car payment is going to get $888. We're going to send $1,000 to our HELOC, and we're going to send a total of $4,627.56 to our credit cards. We're hitting it hard. Total debt is $6,515.56. I really like to go hard with the debt category when we have a good income month. And so I'm really trying to be responsible and just plan for it. Total bills is going to come to $3,257.59. We got the usual suspects. We got rent for $2,900, electric bill for $200, Netflix and my daughter's homeschool, plus Dollar Shave, which is a quarterly expense. It's $12.56 now. Dollar Shave used to be $10. Yeah, here we are. Peloton, $45.98, and our Apple bills like Apple Care and all that type stuff, $57.27. Boom. Then we have miscellaneous. This is any of my business expenses. So Sister Locks insurance, $8.34. Property manager, $171.30, because I try to pay and have the money set aside for the following month. And then my business, I have monthly bills that total $43.88. I plan on paying the social media manager $500, and I also plan on paying my admin, which is more like my vice president of my company. I plan on paying her a set amount also, but I have to wait until I see how much the income is first. The rental property has a lawn expense of $35. Pest is $0 this month because we changed to quarterly for the rental property, so that's good. And then YouTube premium, $24.07. Oh, that's the other income source I did not include, guys. I kind of don't know what it's going to be yet. In the month of September, I had 0 YouTube. Well, it's not that I had 0 YouTube income. I did not meet the $100 minimum threshold. And you know what? That was the kick in the butt I needed, because I love it here on YouTube. Okay, let me not front. These short form. So what it is TikTok, Instagram, all that type stuff. I love those because they're short. You know, I can get my content out there. I can connect with you guys. And most of my sales honestly come from those income sources, come from those platforms now. But as far as buying my products. But when I think about overall, YouTube still gives me a good income as far as running ads on my videos. So like, and I feel like my engagement is better on YouTube also. So it's kind of like I have to learn how to balance the scales and make sure I'm showing love to my YouTube family and to my smaller, my YouTube platforms, my non-YouTube platforms. So that's why we brought in the extra help. That's why we brought in the social media manager, because it's a lot of work. And I am not the person that stays on their phone all day. I like to spend my free time with my fam. Like, we're not doing that. So if we got to spend money to have the freedom and the peace, we're going to do that. All right. So where were we? I got a little. Okay, so yes, YouTube. We will have some YouTube income in October. Woo woo! Thank you guys. Okay, then That total $782.59. Then we're sending the usual $1,000 to food. That's going to be household expenses, toiletries, food, as far as groceries, eating out. It doesn't matter what we do, we spend $1,000 a month on those things. And I'm just done with trying to coupon and chase a sale. And it just doesn't work for me because the things that are on sale are not things that we like to eat. So I'm done. I'm done. I am just like, you know what? Inflation is going to inflate. I have to adjust my budget to match these street prices. Okay. But what we have been doing that does help is smaller hauls. I don't like going into stores. So like usually I'll go in the store once a month. Let's do a big Sam's Club or Costco haul, call it a day. But when I was doing that, food was going to waste. So we have to meet in the middle somewhere, and we've pretty much been doing like weekly hauls, and it's been better. Okay, so next up is the family spending. So Mike is going to get 400 for his personal spending. We're restarting Spanish class for my daughter. That'll be about $72. Our Kindles, they have monthly charges. Should have known. $15.69. And we got to keep the card charged up. I set aside about $200 for the month for that. That totals $687.69. Then we have the donate category, which we already talked about, 125. Actually, I talked about that in my other video. We only send 125 a month because we got all this going on. Once this is taken care of, we can give more like we used to. 1,000 is going to be for our cash envelopes, and we're sending $824.57 to our sinking fund categories because I have to make sure I have stuff like taxes for my virtual assistant income, because they do pay me, a flat fee paying my invoices, and I want to make sure I'm not excluding the tax man from that. So if you add all of that, you get $14,213. Now the thing I want to do is share with you guys how much we're putting in each of these categories. So what percentage of 14,200 is 6,500? Okay. So we're sending 45% of our income to debt in the month of October. What percentage of 14,200 is 3,250? What percentage of 14,200 is 3,250? What percentage of 14,200 is 780? What percentage of 14,200 is 1,000?
The answer is approximately 7.042.
What percentage of 14,200 is 680? What percentage of 14,200 is 824? I like this new Siri update where you don't have to keep pressing the button every 5 seconds. It's like, I'm still listening, I'm still here, boo. But I gotta make sure I turn that off. Okay, so I like to look at this so I can see, income diversity and spending diversity. Like, we are not going to be putting all our money in just to one thing. So I think that our rent is just stupid high. I think it's ridiculous, but I can't find anything comparable. I just really think that housing is just more expensive now. And so I had to adjust with that and, diversify our income. And that's what made me, honestly, our rent is what made me start doing sister locks last year. Our rent used to be a lot higher than $2,900. We moved twice. And I made sure that, it was still like a decent place to live for us. We're comfortable, but like, I feel like that is something that's not talked about enough is, even if you have a mortgage, like we have a home, we have a mortgage. Well, we actually have a HELOC. We paid the primary mortgage off, but that doesn't mean that you don't spend money on that property every month. It's nice because your mortgage payment every month is definitely lower than whatever the rent is in these streets right now. But I also always have a bill. Like if you look at my last income, actually you'll see it for my income for week 3 of September. Like I'm still spending money on that property to maintain it, to, just make sure that it's functional for the tenant. So yes, I make money from the tenant, but they're still spending. There's still out of pocket expenses, and I just don't understand. I feel like you can't win right now in the housing category. Like to rent or to buy, at some point you're gonna get got. So you gotta do what works for your family. And I just know that who could have foreseen that I would be making more from Sister Locks than my YouTube or my budgeting website. Like it is what it is. Like these are the times we're living in. Like my customers, y'all going through it like I'm going through it. I wouldn't expect you guys to be shopping as much on the things that you enjoy, doing either, because you got to make sure your four walls are covered. Like you got to make sure you got food on the table and your bills are paid. Don't get me started. You know how I get up here and I start talking. But I say all that to say, keep finding new ways to diversify your income and diversify your spending, because bills are going to be bills, and there's only so many cups of coffee you can miss from Starbucks where it's really like, oh, okay, I have more money for this or for that. I really honestly think it comes back to how much money you bring in. That's it. 45% to debt, 22% to bills, 5% to miscellaneous, 7% to food, 4% to family, 7% to cash, 5% to sinking funds, and the rest between giving and savings. I know that if our income comes in at more than this, or even about the same as this, I probably will adjust those numbers to save more money. But I also have seen the benefits of throwing huge amounts of money toward debt so that my monthly bills are lower. So that's a form of savings to me when I can keep my money more in our bank account versus it going out the door every month. So gotta do what works for you, y'all. Gotta do what works for you. Let me know, have you sat down and crunched your numbers for the October budget? I even shout out to my hubby, Micah, because he found me this new app that I had been meaning to try out called Copilot. We first saw it on Marcus' channel here on YouTube, like probably about a year ago. And I said, if I ever got back into electronic budgeting, I would try it. I just downloaded it the other day. I really like it so far. The only thing is it still captures your transactions in real time, which is nice, but you're still looking at your budget after the fact. And there is nothing like making a pregame, a plan for your budget. Like when I think of the word budget, I think of, okay, what am I planning on doing with my money? And then seeing what happens and then doing a budget recap. So Copilot to me is what you need for your budget recap. It did help me set up a monthly budget, but it was based on my spending from the previous month, and no 2 months look alike for us. So I still think that it's nothing like doing your budget on your own on some pen and paper. So that's all for today, guys. I'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, you know what it is. Peace, love, and budgets.